Did you hear? Did you hear? Bana ngoja. Ulisikia? For real though. Did you hear? If you didn't, well, Kenya drew with the 2018 FIFA World Cup host Russia 2-2 away, no less. Well, in Turkey, but anyway, it wasn't home. We drew with the 2018 FIFA World Cup host Russia. Big up. Stay tuned. Finally facing it all, fearless. So last night, Kenya played against Russia. This game was actually played in Turkey. The game ended 2-2, which was a pretty decent result considering everything. Russia are the 2018 FIFA World Cup hosts. And so this was actually a really big game for Kenyans, and I mean in the international break. So this was a good result. With that said, the game we played wasn't that exciting. I still think the Kenya versus Qatar saw us play our best football or most exciting football. And this game was actually it was a bit dull, but I guess everyone has their own opinions. We went down a goal a bit too early, but luckily enough we were able to capitalize on a mistake. Rather, it was good pressing from Akumu to win the ball back, and Olunga should have scored that chance, but Akumu was able to bury that goal. I think possession-wise we could have done a bit better. Defending, we were pretty decent. I still have question marks over our attack. Should we consider playing with two strikers? Another thing is the question marks regarding our substitutions. Are we using the international friendlies well? Because ideally, these are to prepare us for the World Cup qualifiers, knowing which team is strongest, who can play with who gels with who, and just seeing what various formations and players to put, just in case a team is in case the game is a bit tricky. And so we were actually scored the second Russian goal was actually scored a few minutes after this substitution. I remember it was Daniel Sakari and Brian Mandela who came on. I mean, not blaming them, but we had played decent. We had played some decent football, but sometimes whenever you make that substitution, and that's why managers actually hold up in terms of making the substitution. I don't know if it was the right timing, and so we considered the goal. And soon after, it was a case of a third one is about to enter, and we were saved by the whistle. And so the game was pretty decent all around. It was good. Kenya had ample time to prepare for this game, so that was another thing. Going into the next international games, I think that's something that we should input, because everyone had a good chance to work with different players. The coaching staff, the teammates were able to interact and get to know each other on and off the field. And so I think that was one of the things that should be implemented in other games, in the close upcoming international games. All in all, it was actually a decent game. I think we should have played just slightly better. The result was excellent. A win definitely could have been better, but I guess considering our ranking, we'll take a draw any day. And also that it was away, well, in Turkey. But yeah, it was a decent game. So shout out to everyone, actually, the whole team, those who played, those who didn't. They all played a part, the coaching staff, the guys behind the scenes. Big shout out to KBC for even the live broadcast. At least Kenyans were able to watch that game, and so big shout out to KBC for that. I hope they can show other games. It was unfortunate that they weren't able to show the Kenya versus Sudan, or the Kenya versus Qatar game. And so big shout out to these guys for the live broadcast. With that said, that's the end of today's video. 2-2 draw, big stuff. We're excited for this game, and that was, well, big up to Harambee Stars. And so yes, that's it for today's video. Do make sure to check out our other social media platforms at Alphabet Love Football. Do make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. You gotta subscribe. And as always, support Kenyan football. We out.